Buying a home should not feel like a full-time anxiety disorder, but somehow it does. All right, if you're new here, please subscribe. My name is Chad Hoerner, and I'm with Haven Real Estate here in Middle Tennessee. This channel exists for you, and I make real estate quieter, clearer, and a lot less stressful than the internet makes it. Today, we're talking about a question that almost everyone asks at some point in this process. Why is real estate so stressful? Let's be honest. Buying a home is supposed to be exciting, but for most people, it feels like a mix of excitement, panic, confusion, and the quiet fear that you're about to make a very expensive mistake in public. It usually starts off great. You open Zillow, you imagine where the couch would go, you picture hosting people, you think, maybe this isn't gonna be so bad. Then about 10 minutes later, your chest tightens, your brain starts doing math you didn't ask for, and your phone buzzes with a text from your uncle about a house he saw on Facebook that seems like a great deal. That's when the stress shows up. Not normal stress, real estate stress. The kind where everything feels urgent, permanent, and somehow your fault. Most people assume that stress means they're doing something wrong. Like if they were smarter or more prepared, this wouldn't feel so overwhelming. But that's just not true. The stress usually means you're surrounded by noise and no one has helped you filter it. Let's talk about what actually creates that stress and, more importantly, how to deal with it. People talk about the market like it's a living thing with moods and intentions. The market is hot, the market is cooling, the market is about to crash. Nobody can fully explain what they mean, but everyone sounds very confident that you should be nervous. Here's how to deal with the market. Stop asking what the market is doing and start asking what your situation needs. Your timeline, finances, and flexibility matter more than whatever headline is trending this week. Then there's other people's opinion. Friends, family, coworkers, and especially the person who bought one house once and now feels responsible for warning you. Their advice usually starts with, "I'm not an expert," and somehow ends very confident. Here's how to deal with other people. Thank them, listen politely, and then remember that input without context is just noise. Not every opinion deserves the same amount of weight. Now the fear mongers. Headlines, clips, and content designed to make you feel like if you don't act right now, you'll regret it forever. Fear gets clicks, calm does not. Here's how you deal with this. Pay attention to incentives. If someone benefits from you being scared, slow down. Urgency without explanation is usually manufactured. Okay, the wrong tools, online estimates, affordability calculators, and charts that don't know your life, your priorities, or what stress feels like for you. They're useful, but they're limited. Here's how you deal with tools. Use them for math, not reassurance. If you're refreshing a calculator to calm anxiety, the problem isn't the numbers. All right, next, bad agents. Not bad people, just misaligned ones. The kind who rush, talk more than they listen, or expect trust before earning it. Here's how you deal with agents. Work with someone who explains why, not what. Confidence without explanation is not trust. When you strip all this away, the stress usually comes from a few core things, and none of them are actually the house. Most people don't really know what a good deal looks like anymore. They just know they don't want to be the person who paid too much, so every house feels suspicious. They look at so many homes that eventually everything blends together. At some point, you're not sure if you love the kitchen or if you're just tired and hungry. So before they ever make an offer, they've already imagined telling their friends how they've messed this up and should have waited for 6 months. They're also trying to read the seller's motivation like it's a poker game. Except no one knows the rules and everyone keeps smiling too much. So they overcompensate. They refresh calculators, they ask 5 people for advice, and they get 6 opinions. Now they're more confused than when they started, but somehow more confident they should be stressed. Eventually it feels like everyone else got a secret handbook they missed. That's the stress. Not the house, not the rate, just uncertainty dressed up as urgency, yelling at you to make a decision. So how do you make this quieter? Not risk-free, just quieter. Number 1, stop asking if a house is good and start asking who it's for. Every house works for someone. Very few work for everyone. Number 2, limit your inputs. If you have 5 voices in your head, you have 0 clarity. Pick one trusted source and mute the rest. Number 3, learn how to spot leverage. Motivation, timing, and flexibility often matter more than price, even though price gets all the attention. Number 4, separate affordability from comfort. A bank approving you and you sleeping well at night are two very different things. Number 5, use tools for math, not reassurance. If you're using a calculator to feel better, it's doing the wrong job. Number 6, slow decisions without killing momentum. Thoughtful does not mean frozen. Number 7, define your non-negotiables before emotions show up. They will not magically appear when things get intense. Number 8, work with someone who explains why, not just what. Trust comes from clarity, not confidence. Number 9, accept that perfect deals are rare. Aligned deals are not. And number 10, remember that some stress is normal. Panic is not. All right, real estate feels stressful because it combines money, emotion, time pressure, and everyone else's opinion into one decision. That's a brutal mix. The goal isn't to feel nothing. If you feel nothing, you're probably ignoring something important. The goal is to feel informed instead of overwhelmed, calm instead of rushed, and clear instead of loud. And if you ever feel yourself spiraling, remember this: the house is not judging you, the spreadsheet is not mad at you, and your uncle on Facebook is not underwriting your loan. But your process matters. Get that right, and real estate gets a lot quieter. All right, please like and subscribe. I'm Chad with Haven Real Estate, and this is From Production to Properties, signing off.